Introduction. In the bustling city that resembles Baltimore, I find myself in a peculiar dream, frantically trying to catch falling eggs. The eggs come hurtling down from above, and I rush around with a basket, attempting to save them from hitting the ground. Yet, despite my best efforts, many eggs shatter, coating my shoes and scrubs with gooey yolk. I can't see who is tossing these eggs from the building, but I'm so preoccupied with catching them that I don't have time to look for the culprit. The sense of failure creeps in as I realize I can never catch them all. The frustration builds up, and just when I am about to grasp success, I wake up, robbed of precious sleep once again. This dream haunted me during my days as a surgical resident at Johns Hopkins Hospital. Amidst the chaos of working long hours and facing life and death situations like pancreatic cancer surgeries, the dream of falling eggs added to my sleepless nights. We, the surgeons at Hopkins, were the final lifeline for many patients battling the ruthless disease. The Whipple procedure, our weapon against pancreatic cancer, involved intricate surgery that was once almost always fatal. Despite the high stakes, we strived to improve our skills and increase success rates. However, as I immersed myself in the world of cancer surgery, doubts started creeping in. While the surgeries provided temporary relief by removing tumors, the grim reality remained. Most patients faced a bleak prognosis with only a few years to live. The eggs we thought we caught eventually hit the ground. This revelation left me questioning the true impact of our efforts. Overwhelmed by the futility of catching falling eggs, I took a bold step by leaving medicine behind for a different path. But as fate would have it, a series of events shook me out of my disillusionment and led me back to healthcare with a fresh perspective. The pivotal moment came when I realized that instead of just focusing on catching the eggs, we needed to tackle the root caused the mysterious egg thrower atop the building. The analogy struck a chord within me, urging a shift in approach towards health and disease. It was not about perfecting the art of catching, but about addressing the source of the problem. While my dream self may have relished landing a knockout punch on the egg thrower, the real-world complexities of medicine demanded a more profound strategy. I understood that to truly make a difference, we needed to reframe the situation, adopt a new mindset, and utilize innovative tools. And so, this book embarks on a journey of exploration and discovery, delving into a paradigm shift in how we view and manage health. It's time to stop merely catching eggs and start dismantling the systems that perpetuate their fall. Chapter 1. The Long Game. From fast death to slow death. It's not often an ordinary day turns into a life-altering experience. Picture this, a bustling chaos erupting as medical staff rush to save a woman in her 30s from the clutches of death. Amidst the frenzy, a young medical student, still wet behind the ears, is thrown into the heart-wrenching scene. The woman slips away, leaving the student grappling with questions that linger for years. Fast forward a few years to Baltimore, where trauma and violence reign supreme in the emergency room. The young doctor learns firsthand the difference between fast and slow death, the harsh dividing line between life and the inevitable. But this tale isn't solely about death. It's a journey towards unraveling the mysteries of life and longevity. Over 2 decades later, the same doctor, now well-versed in the intricacies of medicine, embarks on a new path, one dedicated to prolonging life, not just in years, but in quality too. As he delves deeper into the enigma of longevity, the doctor peels back layers of misconceptions. Longevity isn't about defying death indefinitely or merely adding more years to a waning existence. It's about rewriting the script, challenging the status quo, and reshaping destiny. A pivotal moment on a sun-soaked beach serves as a stark reminder of mortality. It prompts a voyage of self-discovery, leading the doctor to confront his own health struggles. Armed with newfound knowledge and a hunger for understanding, he sets out on a quest to decode the complexities of aging, disease, and ultimately, life itself. The doctor discovers a critical flaw in modern medicine's approach to chronic diseases. We're fixated on battling these maladies when they've already entrenched themselves, neglecting the early warning signs that could alter the course of fate. The narrative shifts towards a proactive stance, advocating for interventions before the eggs start tumbling off the ledge, all through a lens of hope and possibility. As the doctor shares his revelations, a roadmap emerges, one that sidesteps the conventional wisdom of quick fixes and instead embraces a holistic approach to well-being. From debunking common health myths to heralding the transformative power of exercise and nutrition, the doctor lays the groundwork for a new chapter in the pursuit of longevity. In a world crowded with promises of immortality and miraculous cures, the doctor emerges not as a savior with all the answers, but as a guide, bridging the gap between science and the human experience. Through his words, a call to action echoes, beckoning readers to rethink their approach to health, ponder their own mortality, and embark on a journey towards a life that not only endures but flourishes. The stage is set. The curtain rises on a tale of resilience, renewal, and the unwavering quest to outlive the ordinary and embrace the extraordinary. The story unfolds, inviting each of us to be the authors of our own longevity, to pen a narrative that echoes across time, a testament to the enduring spirit of the human journey. Chapter 2, Medicine 3, Rethinking Medicine for the Age of Chronic Disease. Picture a young, eager resident, brimming with idealism, trying to save a patient's life with a calculated dosing of a powerful drug called genomicin. The stakes are high. Too little, and it's ineffective. Too much, and it could destroy his kidneys. When the time comes for the next precise dose, against the advice of a superior, our resident stands firm, advocating for the patient's immediate well-being. The response? A tongue lashing that shakes the core of his belief in the system he's committed to. But this incident is just one flame in the growing wildfire of frustration and doubt that engulfs him during his medical training. Fast forward to a pivotal decision. Drained by doubts and disillusioned with the resistance to change within the medical establishment, our resident decides to veer off the traditional path. Much to the shock of his peers and mentors, he chooses to depart his residency at the prestigious Hopkins, trading the stethoscope for a role in management consulting. As he immerses himself in the finance world, he inadvertently stumbles upon a critical insight that would redefine his entire approach to medicine: risk. Amidst the chaos leading up to the 2008 financial crisis, armed with his expertise in risk analysis, our protagonist uncovers a brewing disaster within the banking industry. Little did he expect the parallels he would draw between banking risks and patient care decisions. A pivotal meeting with a major US bank's top brass finds him in an eerily familiar role, delivering dire news akin to a terminal diagnosis. Witnessing the executive's stages of grief unfold, he realizes the profound impact of understanding risk in decision-making. This realization sets the stage for his return to medicine with a fresh perspective. Venturing beyond the conventional norms, he coins Medicine 3.0, a paradigm shift focusing on prevention over treatment, a personalized approach to patient care, a deep understanding of risk, and a paramount emphasis on health span over mere lifespan. Drawing a stark contrast between the reactionary nature of Medicine 2.0 and the proactive stance of Medicine 3.0, he likens the former to a reactive passenger on a ship, while the latter demands a leadership role as the ship's captain, navigating through life's icebergs. Embracing the ideals of Medicine 3.0, our protagonist invites his patients to embark on a pioneering journey. Visualizing himself as the navigator, tirelessly scanning the horizon for potential hazards, he challenges his patients to become captains of their own health journeys. With a keen focus on leveraging technology for personalized care, interpreting risk more thoughtfully, and elevating health span to the forefront, Medicine 3 emerges as a beacon of proactive and patient-centric healthcare, ushering in a new era of preventive, individualized, and holistic well-being. In the ever-evolving landscape of medicine, the story of Medicine 3 signals a paradigm shift, a call to arms for patients and practitioners alike to embrace a forward-thinking approach that transcends traditional boundaries and ushers in a new dawn of healthcare where holistic wellness and proactive prevention take center stage. Chapter 3. Objective, Strategy, Tactics. A roadmap for reading this book. In this chapter, we dive into the importance of having a strategic outlook when it comes to living a long and healthy life. Picture this. We attend the funeral of a vibrant woman named Sophie. Sophie's life took a turn for the worse in her 70s due to declining physical health, leading to an unfortunate descent into dementia and a premature passing at age 83. As we ponder at the memorial service, we realize that many individuals experience similar challenges in their later years. Sophie's story highlights the concept of the marginal decade, a period in life where individuals face limitations, health issues, and a sense of diminishing joy. To combat this fate, we must plan for our future decades proactively. I challenge my patients to consider what they envision for themselves in their later years, prompting them to outline activities that bring them joy. By doing so, we shift our focus to health span and improving our physical and cognitive function continually. Using a mathematical function as a metaphor, we visualize the trajectory of our lifespan and health span. The goal is to delay the decline typically seen in midlife and instead maintain or improve physical and mental capacity well into our later years. Rather than succumb to the marginal decade, our objective becomes to enjoy a bonus decade of thriving in every aspect of life. To achieve this, we must consider our strategy first before diving into tactics. The lesson from the iconic boxing match between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman emphasizes the significance of having a well-thought-out strategy. Ali's plan to tire out his opponent serves as a reminder that tactics are only effective when aligned with a sound strategy. Similarly, in our quest for longevity, we must first establish an overall approach informed by science and tailored to our goals before delving into specific tactics. Centenarians, animal models, studies on the horseman diseases, cellular aging mechanisms, and Mendelian randomization provide crucial insights that inform our strategy. By triangulating data from these sources, we develop an evidence-informed strategy that minimizes uncertainty and guides our approach. The key is to focus on probabilities and risk, seeking tactics that offer the best chance of enhancing our lifespan and health span. Embracing a dynamic approach, our lifestyle tactics should evolve based on our individual circumstances and the latest scientific findings. Just as in life, where unforeseen events require us to adapt our plans, our tactics for longevity must be flexible and responsive. Remember, as Mike Tyson famously said, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. So let's equip ourselves with the tools to navigate the uncertainties of life and aim for our personal longevity alpha, a better than average return on our health capital. Chapter 4. The older you get, the healthier you have been. Richard Overton, a man who found the secret to life in a shot of bourbon and some cigar puffs, lived to a ripe old age of 112. He wasn't alone in his unconventional methods. Take Henry Allingham, who swore by cigarettes, whiskey, and wild women for his 113 years, or the feisty Jean Calment, who lived to 122, enjoying her cigarettes and biking adventures until the very end. These centenarians flaunted the rules of health and still thrived. Mildred Bauer's secret at 106 was a daily beer at 4 p.m., while Ruth Benjamin believed bacon and potatoes held the key to her 109 years. And who could forget Emma Morano, who lived to 117 on a diet of 3 eggs a day, 2 of them raw? If we were to believe the tales of these centenarians, we might think the path to extreme old age is paved with whiskey, bacon, and a carefree attitude towards health. But is this the real story, or are they just pulling our leg? Research on centenarians from the Albert Einstein College of Medicine found that these long-lived individuals weren't necessarily health nuts. Many drank, smoked, and skipped the gym, leading lives that seemed to defy conventional wisdom. It made us ponder, is longevity all about good genes and dumb luck? With less than 0.03% of the population making it past 100, it seems those who reach such impressive milestones are part of an elite club with genetics that set them apart from the rest of us. But what can we learn from these outliers? Do we stand a chance at longevity, even if our gene pool doesn't have the lucky centenarian DNA? Research into the genetics of extreme old age reveals that while genes play a significant role, they are not the only factor. Studies suggest that behaviors, environment, and lifestyle changes can also tilt the scales in our favor, allowing us to mimic the health and vitality of these long-lived individuals. Centenarians, like Ali in a boxing ring, embody resilience. They dodge diseases, overcome lifestyle quirks, and maintain their vigor long past the age of retirement. They defy the odds, showing us that living longer and healthier is not just about the luck of the genetic draw, but a dance between nature and nurture. And if we can crack the code to their longevity puzzle, we might just find the key to unlocking a longer, healthier life for ourselves. Chapter 5. Eat Less, Live Longer. The Science of Hunger and Health. In an astonishing journey to Easter Island, a small group of friends, including the curious and adventurous Tim Ferriss, set out to explore the origins of an extraordinary molecule that held the power to extend life in mammals. The mysterious island, known for its colossal stone heads, became the backdrop to the discovery of rapamycin, a molecule revolutionizing the fields of longevity and transplant medicine. The Canadian biochemist Shern Siegel stumbled upon rapamycin within a jar of soil from Easter Island, defying orders to discard it after his Montreal lab closed. He saw the potential of rapamycin not just as a cure for athlete's foot, but as a groundbreaking immunosuppressant used post-transplant and in arterial stents. His discovery paved the way for further research into the molecule's ability to prolong maximum lifespan in mammals, something unprecedented in the medical world. Rapamycin's effects on a cellular mechanism called mTOR, at the core of growth and reproduction balance against nutrient availability, fascinated scientists like David Sabatini. They found that rapamycin acted as a switch, inhibiting this mechanism found in almost all forms of life across species. The implications were profound, hinting at rapamycin's potential for enhancing longevity. Studies on rapamycin in mice yielded astounding results, showing a significant extension of lifespan, sparking hope for human applications. Contrastingly, other touted supplements like resveratrol and nicotinamide riboside failed to consistently replicate longevity effects in studies, proving rapamycin's uniqueness. The ancient concept of caloric restriction as a means to longevity found validation in modern science through studies on animals. Dating back to Alvise Cornero, a wealthy 16th century Italian who restricted his diet to resolve health issues, the practice of caloric restriction continues to show promise in extending lifespan across various organisms. Further studies unearthed that caloric restriction triggered critical cellular mechanisms tied to nutrients and longevity, particularly through mTOR inhibition. An enzyme, AMKey, akin to a car's low fuel light, was activated during low nutrient levels, promoting mitochondrial biogenesis, the production of new, efficient mitochondria. In parallel, mTOR suppression initiated cellular recycling via autophagy, fostering stress resistance and metabolic efficacy. The narrative shifted to the potential of rapamycin as a longevity drug, with researcher Matt Kieberlein championing its broader benefits beyond immunosuppression. Human trials, however, face challenges due to potential side effects. Excitingly, studies in pet dogs showed promise with rapamycin enhancing cardiac function and reducing inflammation, hinting at its rejuvenating properties. The prospect of rapamycin as a longevity drug brightened as research revealed its systemic improvements, from reducing inflammation to enhancing cancer surveillance. Kieberline's dog aging project aimed to unveil rapamycin's effects on longevity, setting the stage for potential human trials in the future. Rapamycin's varied effects on immunity, inflammation, and aging showcased its potential as a geroprotective agent, hinting at a promising future in healthspan extension. As research pushes boundaries in understanding aging mechanisms, the spotlight on molecules like rapamycin and metformin shines brighter, offering a glimpse into a new era of preventive medicine targeting aging-related diseases. In this quest for longevity, tailored approaches like cyclical dosing with rapamycin and innovative trials like the Dog Aging Project represent pivotal steps toward unraveling the mysteries of aging. The saga of rapamycin not only adds a new chapter to medical history, but also hints at a future where enhancing longevity and health span could be within reach.